Shalom, shalom. We want to start by giving our praises to Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, Bashem Kakapadash. My name is Brother Napak from the Camp Pops in Babylon here in Tampa Bay, Florida. And I want to give double honors to elders and apostles, a great millstone, peace and blessings to the whole full elect. And I want to get into a short, quick lesson, quote that this brother posted, GMS Awakening. It says, let silence be your general rule. Say only what is necessary and in few words. All right, and that's a beautiful quote, man, your pop quote. But thing is about that, man, you know what I'm saying? You gotta, like the quote say, man, you gotta let your silence be your general rule, man. Because you got a lot of, younger brothers, mainly really younger brothers when they first come in, man, they love to talk, man, they love to interact and say a lot of things, man. They want to, be able to prove that they know a lot, But it'd be at the times where, you should be quiet, man. You should be observing, you should be listening, you should be understanding more than talking, than trying to get out words and trying to get out what your knowledge, like what you know and stuff, man, So, and we only say, what's necessary in a few words, instead of just babbling on. Make your point in a few words, man. All right, and it just shows you how wise you are, because when someone see you, plainly just justify your point, but only using a few words instead of just trying to, see this and well, no, you know what I'm saying? It makes, it shows you, it shows that person that you're wise, first of all, that you're able to, state your point in just little words. It shows the person that you're wise, you have wisdom, you understand much, and like I said, man, when you babble on too much, it shows, what do you, and then when you're babbling, you start to go into different topics, and you start talking about different things. Then you start getting off the point. Then you start talking about how you feel instead of the scriptures, man. All right, and that's the thing about babbling, man. You gotta learn how to, minimize it, man, to a certain point. All right, you gotta learn how to minimize it to a certain point. So this is a beautiful quote, the brother posted, man. It's a beautiful quote. But I'm going to get the scripture right here that he put with it. It says, Ecclesiasticus Sirach, chapter 32 and verse 8. It says, let thy speech be short, comprehending much in few words. Be as one that knoweth and yet holdeth his tongue. All right, so let your speech be short, man. All right, but comprehending much, in a few words. So your speech, it may be short. You say like one sentence, but you're able to comprehend much. People are understand and comprehend much in those few words, that short speech that you have. People can understand where you're coming from, what you're saying, how you know what I'm saying, just from those few words, man. All right, and that's a seasoned, teacher. That's what you call a seasoned teacher. When your speech can be short and people can comprehend much from those few words that you say, man. All right. Especially when you're around, elder brothers, man, you don't want to just be babbling on, man. All right. A lot of times when you're around elder brothers, man, you always want to observe, see how those brothers deal with situations, see how those brothers talk, how they communicate with each other, and you could learn a lot. And I think that's what the next verse go into. I don't think he got it though. Oh man, try to go to it over there. I'm here. This is verse 32, chapter 32, verse 7. Now I'm just gonna start at verse 9, and I'll just get straight to the point. It says, if thou be among great men, make not thyself equal with them, and when ancient men are in place, use not many words. So when you be around great men, when you're around elder brothers, are the elders, don't make yourself equal with these men. You understand, man? You gotta let your speech be short, your words not many. Because we're nowhere near equal into the experience that these men have. We're nowhere near equal to the experience that these men have, so they know what they're talking about. They know where they're, you know. But when you're around those great men, you trying to show that you know some stuff. He's gonna look at you. They're gonna look at you like, the hell, who is this guy, man? All right. Where were you? 10 years ago, where you came from? I ain't coming this truth with you. You know what I'm saying? So, out of respect, and out of fear of the Lord, you want to keep your minimize your speech when you're around these great men. You want to minimize your speech, man. Because these are great men. You gotta hold them to a certain respect. Where you don't speak as much, but you inquire a lot. You take in a lot. You be able to understand a lot. You observe a lot what these brethren are doing. It shouldn't be where you're able to, just to, what I'm saying, babble. You get around great men, you want to babble, you want to talk, you want to show what you know, you want to talk about what you know. You want to, what I'm saying? It shouldn't be like that, man. All right? It shouldn't be like that. Give your salutes. You know what I'm saying? So those great men, give your salutes. And listen, man. Just listen, and observe and understand, And that's how you can really, magnify in this truth, man. When you listen, you understand, you know what I'm saying? And, you just don't use many words, man. You observe, Because if you're just talking, you're not going to be trying to understand anything. All you're trying to do is prove something, man. All right? Prove something that shouldn't be trying to prove, That's what happens when you talk too much. When you're trying to talk around these men, you're trying to show, okay, I know this and I know that. Or, you're trying to get too comfortable with these men, but y'all not on the same level, man. The same level of experience in this truth, man. All right. Now I want to get this. Ecclesiasticus chapter 20 and verse 5, it says, there is one that keepeth silence and is found wise. So that one that keepeth silence, he's found wise, man. All right. You show how wise you are just by keeping that silence, just by, holding in your tongue. It says, and another by much babbling become hateful. So much babbling, you become hateful, man. And you don't want to become hateful among the elder men, older brethren. You don't want to become hateful. Them brothers look at you like, damn, man, why are you talking so much, man? You got to, And then you might get your ass rebuked, reproved. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to understand, man, a lot of things are not meant to be said, man. A lot of things are not meant, you don't got to say, man. And that's the thing, brothers feel they have to get it out. Brothers feel that they have to get that, show their knowledge, man. All right. And that's what I want to get right here. Real quick precept. Ecclesiasticus chapter 19 and verse 12. It says, as an arrow that sticketh in a man's thigh, so is a word within a fool's belly. So when you always want to get something out, you always want to say something, man. It's comparing that to as an arrow that sticketh in a man's thigh, man, because that man's going to try to get that out of his thigh. He's trying to get it out, he's trying to hurry up and get it out. And he wants to get it out so bad, So is a fool, trying to get a word out of his belly. He want to get that word out. He want to prove something so bad, man. All right, and get that word out, And he's just showing you how much of a fool you are, man. All right. And that's just the truth about it, man. All right. But to get this back, it says, verse 6. We'll start verse 6. It says, some man holdeth his tongue because he hath not to answer, and some keepeth silence knowing his time. A wise man will hold his tongue till he see opportunity, but a babbler and a fool will regard no time. So some men holdeth their tongue, because he have no answer. He don't have not the answer, man. You got some jakes that they think they just don't want to be proven wrong, or they hate humility to a point where they don't know the answer to something, but they make it seem like, you know, they try to talk so bad, you know, and they don't want to be humiliated, so they would just go say some bugged out all this bullshit, man. All right, for an answer, you know, just because they didn't know the right answer. All right, and they don't want to be humiliated. They can't just say, "Oh, I don't know," but instead they want to give you a bullshit ass answer, man. All right. It says, and some keep of silence, knowing his time. Some keep of his silence and knowing his time, knowing when the time to speak, knowing the time to actually say something to get what you got to say off your chest. You know, it says a wise man hold his tongue till he see his opportunity. All right, a wise man holdeth his tongue till he see opportunity to speak, till he see the time that it is for him to speak. All right, but a babbler and a fool will regard no time. The babbler and a fool, you know, they regard no time, man. All right, they regard no time. They don't, you know, they talk anytime they want, and they're gonna get it out. You know, cut you off in your speech and shit. You know, that's what a babbler is, man. You know, you babble so much, you know, and then when you start talking, he want to cut you off while you're trying to talk, man. All right, and that's disrespectful, man. All right, and it's much hated. That's why it says, you know, much babbling become hateful. All right, because you know, now you're starting to cut me off of my speech as I'm, you know, teaching, or as I'm speaking. You're cutting me off, man. You know, whether it be, you know, a debate, or just a brother teaching and you trying to add on, and you start talking and miss this brother talking, you know, and this is an older brother than you trying to cut him off, you know, just shows it's out of order, man. All right, but kind of, you know, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the hopeful elect. I want to give our praises to the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bashem Kakadash. You know, I just want to get into a short, quick lesson on that. Shalom, okay.